Okay, it's recording.
Hey, right. So, going over a presentation and setting one up, it's really simple to do, and there is only two main things that you have to remember, and I'll let you know what they are when we get to them. So, I'll just web share. So, bear with me. It might be a little bit slow because we're in the middle of nowhere, on the edge of the Cairngorm Mountains. Oh, it's quite quick tonight. Right. Can you all see all that okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. Right, okay, so English, okay. I just need to log in because for some reason it doesn't keep my login details on. Just my phone, not me. Let's see. Right, oh, stick my phone on a minute. Right, a second. Oh. I'm not sniffly. Right. So, .com and then now I don't know. Let's see if it'll log me in. There we go. Oh, my dashboard is still in the wrong year as well. But right. So at the top, you'll see where it's fourth one along. It says My Events. So you click on My Events, and then it says My Events and Presentations. So just click on that one and wait for it to load. It's very simple. Right. I've already got one opened up there. So to start a new event, just click on New Event. And then it'll come up with the start of the whole process. So on here, you want it as a presentation, which is preset. And obviously select your country, which is in the UK. Now, further down, it says host selection. Now, you can find a host. So say like Gemma, I wanted you to be the host. I'll put your name in and it'll bring me details. If you click on add a host, this is if one of your friends who aren't already in Arbonne, if they want to host a party at their house or whatever, you put their details in. But for your own online presentation party, just click on you are the host. And this will automatically do everything to you. You don't really need to do anything else. So once you've selected that, you click on next. And then step 2, enter your details and your location. So event name, I'll just put it as trial. And then date, I'll just leave that date, that's self-explanatory, so you just select your date. Now the start time, I always have mine on from midnight until 11:30 at night. So it's an all day one. But you can order 10 days before the event, but not after the event, which is quite handy. So,
can you set it for a week though, if you wanted it for a week?
No, you can only set it for one day.
Right.
But you do have 10 days beforehand to order. So it's really just shy of 2 weeks that it's actually on for. You need to wait, please, Annabelle. I've asked you to go to bed. Right, event location.
So it only actually runs for one day then?
Yeah, it's on the system.
Yeah,
on the system it only registers as one day. But the first time I did it, Heidi and Jasmine, they didn't. You can email. I'll go through it in a minute, but you can email out invites to people, and the shop now automatically links everything together on their invite. But you know when you do a normal order and you want to, you go to your checkout and it says part of a presentation, find my host, or just proceed to payment, or whatever it says. Even if you click on find my host, you can type in somebody's name. If they've got a live presentation running in the next 10 days, you click on that and it will put your order onto their presentation.
So I could, on my page, I could use the shop now button on there, could I?
Yeah.
Cool. Lovely.
Yeah. So you don't have to go through the people's like I always ask if you're interested, send me your email address. Yeah. And then I'll send you a personalised invitation. Or they can just go on your website and link it to your presentation. Cool.
You'll have
it's fine.
Take the guess. But I think it'll be me and you'll be.
So on your event location, this is going to be at your address. But again, if you're having it at a friend's house, you'll have that under a different address. And then you just click on next.
long as I don't get shit faced, not the one.
Right, now step 3. This is the first thing you must remember to do. It says create host portal, the first box on the left, and then host portal setup. Always set up a host portal, whether it's for yourself or anybody else, because I've found personally it makes it a lot easier to be able to add people later on.
True.
So host portal setup, and then you're on to, I'll just zoom out a bit. Oh, it's not letting me. Right, and then here you've got, ignore the grey bar at the top, just stay on create your host portal. So step 1, step 2, and step 3. So step 1 is actually pretty cool. I keep mine as color cosmetics, but if you click the little down arrow, it will come up with all the different presentations you can have. So say like it's Christmas, I think hold it for Christmas. Yeah, you know, and then that's the invitation that people get emailed out. But if you're having a general one for people just starting to use Arbonne, then by all means, well, you can pick any one of them, but I always keep it on the first one. It's quite a happy one. So select any that you want. And step 2, a password. Keep this simple because this password is only for this presentation, for nothing else. And then you can, if you're setting this up for somebody else, so your friend, you can add a comment, because this gets sent to your host's email or your own email. You can add a comment in there for your host if you want to, for instructions or whatever. And then underneath, CC me on all host portal emails. I always tick that because then any emails that I've sent or come back come to me as well. And then step 3, send host email. And then this is what will get sent to your host or yourself. Now at the top here, on the right hand side, it will say cancel and send host email. You just click on send host email and then it sends it to your host. But just for today, I'll click here on get started, which is what the person will do if they open it on their email. And then it will take you onto the portal. So this page, you just enter your password that you set for your host portal and then log in. Right, so this bit here is just the instructions on how to add people. I didn't actually find it that helpful. So at the top, under Arbonne, it says instructions and manage invitation. You just click on manage invitation. And this is a very handy page. Right, so under here, it's got in little green letters, use previous guest list. You can click on that if you want the same people who reorder, you want the same people on, you click on that and it automatically puts in the people who was in your last presentation. It just loads it up for you. But to add somebody, and be careful, you stick in your email address, so I'll just stick my mum in. She gets hundreds of these, bless her. Yes, Annabelle. My first name. Oops. No, Annabelle. Look, Annabelle, you distract me now. Go into your bedroom, please, like I've asked you. Right, last name. Sorry, guys. These lot were in bed at 7 o'clock. Right, so you enter the email address, enter the first name and your last name, and click on add guest. And you do that for everybody that you want to add. And then next to everybody's name, there's a little tick box. So if you want to send them an invitation, you just tick the box. And then I find this a bit easy. Say like my mum, Janice, was just wanting to, I don't know, order face cream, or she was wanting a Digestion Plus or something. Your personal touch to invitation in this box here, you can put anything in you want at all, and it makes it personal to that person. So if, say like one of your friends wanted mascara, you say, oh, thanks for your interest in your mascara, here's the link to my presentation, blah, 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 blah. Or you can leave it totally empty and just send all the invites in one big lot. So keep your boxes ticked, and then here it says send reminders, so tick that box, and then send CC, tick that box as well. So again, this means you get everything that comes into your email.
Mhm.
And then you click here, send email invitation. And that is the invitation that your guest is going to receive.
Cool.
So when they get this, they just click on view details. See if it'll let me do it. And this is what they're going to get. So depending on what, sorry guys. Yes, Charlotte, I'm on a call and it's recording.
Something happened to the kids when it was outside. I left it outside.
It stays outside. Go to your bedroom. Charlotte, please go to your bedroom. Sorry guys. Right, so this is the invitation that your guest is going to see. So on the left-hand side, it says, attending, will you attend? They can click yes, no, or maybe, and then hit the green button at the bottom, send RSVP. Now, up here on the right-hand side at the top, it says add guest. So if your guest wants to add their mom or their friend or whoever, that guest can actually add people as well that you don't know if they wanted to, which is very handy. And then again, you'll see under your add guest, you've got your shop now. So your guest will click on shop now, and that'll take you to your website. I'll just click on the add guest. Let's see if it'll do it. There we go. So this is what your guest will put in if they want to. So they'll put in the mum's email address, first name, last name, add guest, and they're effectively doing that for you. So it's quite handy. Okay, I'll just go back and see if it'll let me go all the way back to the main page.
Tracy, what do you kind of say to people about inviting them in the first place? Because I kind of had a go at one of these before and didn't get one single reply. So
The people speaking to about the business were like, oh, I'm not really up for the business or whatever. I thought, that's fine. If you want to use the products, let me know. Or even people who'd put comments or liked any of my pictures I put on the page. So I'd set up this event on here, and then I set up an event on Facebook and invite every single one of my friends. So it's kind of very and then if you want a personal invite, send me your email address, I can add you. There's no commitment necessary. If you just want to go have a browse.
Okay, yeah, just have a look sort of thing. Yeah,
Make it very informal, because my first presentation I did, I had one lady order who I would have never thought would have even registered that I've got an event running, and she put in 100 key reorder. So it's worth just sticking on your Facebook page and inviting everybody.
yeah, okay.
She's absolutely thrilled with products that she's received. So obviously I followed the preferred client follow-up thing with her, and it's worked a treat. So yeah, just general chit chat. And
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, and if people send you your email address, I mean, some people sent me their email addresses and then didn't order, and then I just sent them a reminder email like a week before my event, and then 1 or 2 days before my event, and on the morning of my event, saying, oh, thanks for your interest. It's the day of the event. You've got until 11:30 p.m. tonight to place an order if you want to, or if you want to discuss the business opportunities, then my time today is for people wanting to sign up for the business or as a preferred client.
Yeah.
And I got really good feedback from that, because I didn't want it to be in people's face and intrude on them, so they found it quite helpful. Right, go, please. Hi guys. Right, so what am I doing? Yeah. So here's my event. So you're in your main events page. So that's my event. So trial, because that's one that I've just set up. Now, this is the second thing you must remember. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for you. Up here, where it says email address, first name, last name, phone number, basically ignore that. Do not try and add people using this page, because you can't send them email invitations, or if you can, I haven't figured out a way yet. And Heidi, she was trying and she couldn't do it either. So under your host's name, so I'm the host for this one, it will say, obviously, send email, attending, total order, la da da da. At the very end, it says host portal. and underneath host portal it says open. So if you click on open, let it think a minute, it comes up with this again. So enter your password, log in. And it will take you back to this page where then you can put people's email addresses in and send them an invitation this way. It's a little long-winded, but adding them on the previous page, I've never been successful actually sending an email, because next to the name it says send email, but if you click on that little envelope, it's like sending a general email, it doesn't send them an invitation. So always remember, use the host portal, and after the host, where it says open, click that, and then you can add as many people as you want.
Mhm.
Now, if you made a total boo-boo and you needed to delete the event, don't be fooled and just press delete event at the top, because you can't do it. First, you need to click on remove selected. So you tick your people that you want to remove, and then you click on remove selected in the green writing. Once you've removed all your guests, then you can delete your event.
Well done.
So you can't just delete it with people in it. It's a bit of a pain. Took me a while to figure out, but once you figured it out, it's fine. So, oh, we've got time, so I'll figure over it. Right, so say like you was doing it at somebody's house and they wanted to order. They wanted you to put, or even if someone rang you and said, I'm not available to order online, can you put it through for me or whatever, then that's absolutely fine. 1 minute. Girls, I need you to go in the playroom if you're not going to go to bed. Go, please. I am busy. Right, so click on at the top, under where it says my office and the Arbonne logo, you'll see small green letters with order. So click on order, and it will bring you up to a very complicated looking page. Eventually, oh, you might have to press it twice. It's thinking. Oh, I think Arbonne website's just had a boo-boo. Let me go back. What's it doing? Oh, sorry guys, it's worked. Right, okay, let me go to the other one. Do it that way, right, easier. Go back. Right, so I'll click on get ready for summer, which is the one I've got running on 24th. Right, I'll try getting on to the order forms this way. Now, the other day, the website was messing about and wouldn't actually let you go on it. So it may be a case where they've
Yeah, I think it's down for maintenance at the minute, actually, till tomorrow.
Oh, is it that be why? Right. Well,
Yeah, I
I can
think
do
so.
another Zoom. Right, let's say it's not straight away. It brings up a very complicated looking page. It's a bit like, and on the left hand side, it will bring up your list of guests. So you click on that guest name, and then in the middle of the page, you put in the product code that you want, select it, the quantity, and click add to bag. Really simple.
Yeah.
If you're doing it, if you've got some people at your house, or you've got people who all want ordered to the same address, you just change their address at the bottom. Now, if they, when I first did this, I got all confused because it said ship to guests at close, which means even if you order up to 10 days, it will still actually ship their order out to them within 48 hours. You don't have to wait till your presentation's finished. Because I rang head office and was like, oh my God, I've had 3 people order, don't tell me they've got to wait nearly 2 weeks to get the things. And head office was like, no, it will still get shipped to them.
That's good then.
And I'll quickly go over host rewards because it's fantastic. So you do get the sheet of paper in your starter pack with all, that explains all your host rewards. But basically you need minimum of 150 QV over 3 different orders. So it can't be yourself putting 2 orders through. It can, so yourself as a host is 1 order. So really you only need 2 people with different ID numbers. So client, preferred client, or another consultant to order, and that will qualify you for your host rewards. So say like you wanted to do a product event, but you didn't have all the products in. I did mine so I could get all the rewards, so I could build up my own personal use. I think I got about £400 worth of products for £151. So it's definitely definitely worth it. So say like if you get above 500 QV, that's when you get your free shipping to your host. So on top of doing a huge order, £400 worth of order, I also got free delivery, which is brilliant. So even if you only do 150 QV, you get 1 free £35 product, and you get 50% discount, but you don't qualify for your 65 for £20. It's only really presentations only really good if you do over 250 QV, which if yourself, Gemma, and 2 other people in your team were ordering and just all took it in turns doing it through each other's presentation, then you can all do this every month.
Yeah, well, my husband's got an ID number anyway, so I need 1 more person.
Yeah, perfect. So even if you've got a preferred client or anyone, just set up a Facebook event, invite all of your friends. It's not obtrusive. They can come and go as they please. You know, if they want to ignore it, they'll click. Even people who RSVP'd on Facebook, maybe I sent them a personal message, like Facebook message saying thank you for, you know, RSVPing to my event. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know. Blah 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 blah. And even people, like 2 people who said no. So I then sent them a message, you know, thanking them for their RSVP, and so on. And they were actually quite happy with me doing that. So that was good.
Yeah, I'm going to set one up tonight when we finish this.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Really is. Now,
I did set one up before, but I didn't do the host portal. That's where, because I was sending a link out to somebody. I tested it with her and it wouldn't work.
Yeah, you need to set up your host portal.
So that's the bit where I went wrong on my last one.
Yeah, so that's the first thing you need to remember, is set up your host portal. The second thing is, if you want to add people at a later date, go through your host portal. Otherwise, you can't send them an email.
Yeah.
I'm sure there might be an easier way around it, but after hours and hours of playing, I haven't yet found it. Now, your rewards for your presentations are capped at 1,250 QV. But you can still, say like you got 3,000 QV, you've got a massive event, 3,000 QV, you still allowed them 3,000 QV, but your rewards are capped at 1,250.
Right.
So say like you was to do 1,250 plus, you get your free product, you get 5 products, 50% discount, you get your free shipping, and you get £325 worth of products for £100. So if you were to do 1,250 QV, you can absolutely blast the catalogue and get free shipping on it all as well.
Yeah.
And also, if they've got any, it's like, you know, the buy one get one free at the minute on the meal replacements and proteins, you can even add them to this, and you'll still get your buy one get one free offer on top of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of doing it for on the Facebook event for a whole week, but for the half term week, so the week that the offer runs out.
Yeah.
But it includes payday then for people.
Yeah, it's definitely, the very first one I set up, I did set up a Facebook event, and it occurred to me, how are people going to know? So I set up just a Facebook event up. I don't know how it did it, but I did one on my personal page as well as my business page,
right?
But linked together. So when I upload one, it automatically updates a post on the other one, if that makes sense.
All right, yeah.
But that was quite clever. So you set up an event, but they are linked together. And I've asked people, how do you find, just a random message, I've sent out event invites, how are you finding it? I'm not rooting for business, I just want to know your feedback. Yeah. And 99% of people who I've messaged have said, oh no, it's great. It's not our thing, but we'd love to see the invites.
Yeah.
So I think even if I aim to do one at the start of the month and at the end of the month, because
Yeah.
I asked a load of people if you was going to buy products, when would be the best time of month?
Yeah.
I'd see people who said the end, like the last week, and some
Yep.
people said like the first or second of the month.
Yeah.
So I tend to put one on at the start and at the end. If they're not successful, you've not lost anything.
No, exactly.
So especially ones at the end of the month, if you've got maybe yourself and just one preferred client who's
Yep.
ordered, you could just ask one of your team members, can you just link your presentation up to my event? And that qualifies you then for your host rewards.
Yeah.
But all the products you get in your host rewards, the QV doesn't qualify. Girl, stop it. I'm sorry. Right, no. This is an accent. So, yeah, so when it won't show me, but I'll say I can do another zoom on it. It's not a problem. But when you go onto that order form in your presentation, you on the left-hand side, it will say host name. You click on that, and then under your host name, it will actually show you everything that he or she's qualified for.
Yeah.
So you put all your products in there. But just like when you do a normal order, not in a presentation, when you've got your 65 for 20, you know how the QV doesn't go towards.
Yeah.
That applies. So even though my order was £400 odd worth of stuff, I think I only got like 50 odd QV because I had to add something else in.
Yeah.
Just bump up my PQV.
Yeah.
So, and also another important thing is if you do one at the start of the month, so mine was on the 2nd of, my first successful one was the 2nd of May. You can order at the end of the month, as long as it's within the 10 days, the QV that you put in at the end of one month counts as that month. So I did an order in April. I still got the QV for my presentation, but my PQV was April's.
Right.
Not, if that makes sense. So it goes towards your presentation QV, but they're kind of separate, but the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, because I got really confused with that. I was like, so why is my May QV 0? That's my put in an extra item on top of all my host rewards to get my personal QV of 150, even though I'd done £151 worth, well, £400 worth of stuff. But my presentation did 900 QV.
That's good. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously that was with Heidi's and Jasmine's help.
Yeah.
But if you was wanting to really hit DM qualification, you could easily do it if you get a group of friends together who aren't interested in the business but would like to choose, or would like to, even use one product or just try something.
Yeah.
I think it could be a good tool. And
definitely. Even if she's doing one a month.
Yeah, even if you do one a month. I mean, I was speaking to Fiona McCarthy the other day about it, just messaging her, and she said 70% of her preferred clients have become consultants. Said so, and don't forget, Fiona McCarthy built her business out of preferred clients first.
Did, yeah.
So I think it's good for us. I know we predominantly focus on network marketing, but we are a hybrid of direct sales marketing, so we do need to get a bit of a balance of the two.
And nobody's going to start the business if they're not going to like the products in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. And some people, I've got a couple of people really interested in the business, but obviously they want to try the products first.
Yeah.
So they're doing it this way, where there is a preferred client or even just a client to try it first, and then they're watching what I'm doing, and then hopefully they'll join. So
yeah,
it's a good way. Yeah. So I hope that was clear. It is really simple, but just remember the host portal is crucial. Otherwise, you're hitting a brick wall.
Yeah. That's great. I'll upload this and then post it later.
Yeah. Just go, please. Oh, God, sorry, guys.
It's all right.
We're in bed by 7, and the one night that I need them to be in bed by 7.
Typical.
It's typical, isn't it? They hear me chatting and they come running downstairs. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, hold on, I got a wee message there. Oh, chat. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's fine, Tanya.
There's 2 meetings tonight.
Yeah, this is going to help a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I mean, I can do them on a one-to-one. you know, like you, Gemma, you messaged me.
Yeah.
By all
I'm
means,
just
I'm
going
happy.
to stop record. 1 sec.
Yeah.